Okay, hi everyone. I thought this would be a really easy and impromptu video to show you how to prepare your guinea pigs hutches for autumn. The first thing that I recommend that you do, and you can see I'm absolutely surrounded by all their sawdust and all the rest of it, but anyway, back to the video. The first thing I recommend that you do is either put them in a garage, shed, insulated building, inside, where it is that you're going to put it. If you've got outside guinea pigs, obviously they're not coming inside, but it's really miserable to try and clean them out and visit them and hold them and check that they're actually really healthy. If it's windy, raining, snowy, it really isn't fun going out to your guinea pigs to check that they're healthy, do daily checks and things. If they're in your garden and it's raining, it's just not fun, and it is the perfect opportunity for you to miss things. So if possible, put them in a completely sheltered area, even if it's at the side of a building, between two buildings, in a garage, in a shed. Mine are in a garage, as you know, and no, they're not sharing it with fumes and gases and things. They're in a garage themselves. So, the door is open because I'm just been cleaning. I haven't done the top level, but it makes no difference. The top and the bottom, they're going to be exactly the same. So, it's autumn, it is cold, but you don't want to bundle them up like you will in the winter. If you bundle up your guinea pigs now, it's going to be so much harder to make sure that they're cosy and well insulated when it comes to the winter. So please, 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 please do not pack up their hutches with straw and newspaper and things, because you really are going to regret it. So one of the first things I recommend you getting are lights, torches. This is an LED light. I actually picked this up in Home Bargains for £1, would you believe it? And it lights up at the bottom, which is kind of torch style, and here, which is more like lamp style. And I won't turn it on because it is exceptionally bright and you will be blinded. So these are really great because it's got a magnet on the back, so if you've got metal bars like I do on my hutches, you can attach it to the metal bars or you can hook it on. What I tend to do is hook it on the back of the garage door, up there on hooks, and then I can turn it on at night and it lights up the whole garage because it's LED, so it's incredibly bright. You can also hang them in the hutches, which I do with the push-on lights, and yeah, it just means that they've got light. It's not fair for them to be in the dark all day long. I don't know about... Shush, noisy guinea pig. I don't know about you lot, but once it starts getting darker, at the moment it's starts to get dark from about 4 to 5 PM. In the winter it can get really dull from about 1 PM, so I tend to come and turn on the lights then. Okay, so there we go. I've turned on one of the lights in the hutches so that you can see kind of what it's like. It's daylight just now, so you're not going to see so very well, but it makes it easier for me to film the video right now. So, let's just get started. So, on the base of the cage, what I've done is I've set up a bedroom area downstairs because there are 4 guinea pigs in here, so they might not always want to be together. Casper is a bit of a rule of the roost, so if you've got a neutered boar in with your girls, I recommend making 2 bedroom areas because he can be a pain in the butt. So I've got a bedroom area downstairs and the regular one upstairs. So what I've done here is I put down a layer of newspaper, which is just 2 layers thick, nothing too cozy, but newspaper is so insulating. That's why people who live on the streets stuff their clothes with newspaper, because it keeps you warm. And then I've put up in a puppy pad because the guinea pigs do pee in their bedroom, and newspaper isn't absorbent, it soaks in, it gets soggy, it gets wet, they get wet feet, cold feet, urine infections, respiratory infections, so you don't want that. And then in here I've got a layer of sawdust, hopefully absorb some of the urine as well, and I've got straw. Now straw isn't absorbent, straw keeps your guinea pigs warm, but it doesn't help with pee. Pee just slides off it, it's not an absorbent material, it doesn't absorb it, it just slides through it, sits on it, so you do want to have a substrate under straw. Please never use straw on its own without a substrate because it won't keep your pet warm once it gets wet. And as you can see, they enjoy chewing the box. On the top I've just put a bit of newspaper just in case they pee on the top so it doesn't soak right through the box straight away. And then I've got a box at the back that's stuffed with hay for them to nibble on. I've also got a separate litter box because I do want to try and encourage them not to pee in their bed. So I've got a nice big litter box that can fit up to 3 guinea pigs in it, and it's got wood-based cat litter in it, so that's where I'm encouraging them to pee. If you want your guinea pigs to pee somewhere other in their bed, they have to have a different substrate to them what's in their bed. So I've got wood-based cat litter, which is telling them pee over here, and it has worked on the whole. They don't poo in it, obviously guinea pigs just poo whatever, but they do pee in the litter box, and you do need to change that. Clean out the wet areas daily and clean it out fully every couple of days because you don't want them walking around in their own pee and eating hay off their pee. So that's that there. I've got one of these puppy pads. I'll show you what it is at the moment. It's meant for flying, and I've got that under the water bottle because the water bottle will soak the rest of the bed. And as you can see, you'll see this in my haul video that will be up before this video. This is a vegetable holder, and Dusty is demonstrating there that it's an amazing boredom breaker because they can't just get a hold of the veg, they've got to work for it. So that's something else in the autumn. They're going to be in their hutches a bit more than they were in the summer, so boredom breakers are essential, especially things like this. Anything to do with food, you'll capture a guinea pig's heart. The water bottles, I've never had problems with freezing, but you can get water bottle covers to put over these so the water doesn't get frozen cold, but make sure that also the spout doesn't get frozen. The spout can freeze as well, and then obviously the water's not going to come through to your guinea pigs, so make sure that you change the water daily so you know whether this is a problem or not, and add a tiny little bit of warm water if it's really cold. The other thing you can do is put a sock over your water bottle, but it's not too much of a problem in the autumn. That's more a winter thing, and I'll do an updated video like this in the winter so you can see what I do then. Okay, so over here there's nothing major. I've just got their food bowl. They do tend to pee and poo a lot where they eat. This is actually one of the food troughs that belongs in a zoo zone cage, but it's perfect for more than one guinea pig. If you've got more than one guinea pig, you do need to get sort of like a double bowl, 2 bowls together, or a longer trough like this. This allows all 4 guinea pigs to eat at one time, which is great, which means they don't argue. And I've put a puppy pad under there because again I want it to be warm but not too cozy, and I want to absorb their urine. So nothing thick, just a nice warm layer, better than just the base of the cage, because as you know I do use the lino tiles, and these do get really cold in the winter. They don't keep your pet warm, but they just protect the base of the cage. The other thing that I'd recommend is making sure you always pull down a tarpaulin at night. Even though they're in a hutch or a garage, it is drafty. Drafts are how your pets and people catch illnesses, just with the cool air coming in. So it's just this extra layer. Tarpaulins are really good. I do recommend using tarpaulins, especially if they're outside, because they're waterproof. And you will need a thicker layer in the winter, but for autumn tarpaulins are great. I have a video on my channel that shows you how to make a hutch cover for larger hutches, like this one. You can see I've got the tarpaulin up there. Yeah, so this video shows you how to make a larger one, but if you get a really big tarpaulin, that'll fit, or you can get a smaller one like this. And then as you can see, these here are bungee cords, and that's what I use to secure down the corners so the drafts aren't coming in at the side, or that completely defies the point. So that's basically what I do for the winter. The autumn. I've just been stressing it's autumn, not winter. And I do the same upstairs, but I don't need to show you. It's the same thing. They've got a bedroom area over here and a feeding area over here. And the only other thing is I add in their toys. As you can see, I'm cleaning out. So all their things will go back in, and I'll show you at the end of the video. And oh yeah, I was going to show you what I was putting under the water bottle for absorbency. Obviously some people use bricks, but I don't like putting bricks in my hutch because they just take up space and they just really serve no purpose. Water just gets their feet cold. Okay, so this is the puppy pad, as I was calling it, that I put underneath the water bottle. It's a disposable absorbent pad, and as you can see, it's designed for flying, for crates when you go into airports. As you can see, it's kind of like approved by airlines, and so these are ultra absorbent. They're even more absorbent than a puppy pad, really. And the best thing about them is they've got little plastic tabs on the bottom so you can secure it in place in the cage, and that's what I've been using under the water bottles. So far it's been really good, and I picked these up for less than 80 pence for 4 in Home Bargains in the UK. Okay, so everyone but Casper's left us. Casper's filling his face in his hay bucket, and as you can see, oh, there's the light. That's not good. Sorry about that. Hope you weren't too blinded. I put in their tunnel. That's their log that they eat, pee in, sleep in. They do all sorts of that. I do recommend that. There we go. You're demonstrating, pal. So, yeah, they've got their food bottle and their tunnel. Guinea pigs love tunnels over everything else, as Casper just demonstrated, because it's just gone in. Here comes Dusty. So, yeah. Oh, I thought you were upstairs. Gypsy's here too, so they're all going to come out and have a little squabble. And so they've got their straw bed under there. I don't actually think I mentioned, no, I did mention the straw. And then they've got their ball to play with there, their vegetable treat holder, and then on the door they've got their flower garland to chew on, and it's just been held up like that because it was stopping the door closed properly. So those are the autumn preparations that I make. Sorry it's a bit of an impromptu video, but I think you get the idea. Don't bundle them too much up. Winter's still coming and you don't want them to be too warm now. I do put on heat pads the colder nights. It is down to sort of freezing here now. It was 2 degrees last night, so they do get their heat pads in. I put them in around about 10 o'clock at night and they come out Anywhere between 5 and 8 in the morning. It depends what I'm doing.